filming? We're... We'll edit that out, right? Hey, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Art with Mr. Polinsky. Today, we've got some fun stuff, so stay tuned. You gotta have a pencil and paper. I'll have some instructions for you, and you can play along with a sibling who's, pestering you for getting some extra screen time, so they can come on board and you can see if you can beat them at this art game. Now, I've gotten a flood of emails from students saying, Mr. Polinsky, we aren't getting those calendar jokes anymore. We need the calendar jokes that you used to read in class. So this is to all the people that emailed me about this. And here is the first joke. This was from April 8th. So the other day I got into a fight with 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. The odds were against me. You're laughing at home, I know it. Here's another one. I love optometrist jokes, but they keep getting cornier and cornier. Student, I'll never be good at geography. Teacher, not with that latitude. And last one. A boat builder was showing his son one of his forests. He turned to him and said, "Son, one day all of this will be oars." Oars. Oars. All right, enough of this. First of all, just an announcement to the grades 10s and 11s for your art term paper. Since the Steinbach Art Council Gallery is closed, I will be extending the option of checking out artwork for your term paper elsewhere. You can check out some virtual galleries. I'll be posting a list on the course website, so keep an eye out for that. And if you find a really cool gallery that you can visit virtually, then drop me a line and I'll check it out and see what's going on. And I'm sure that we can find some really cool stuff for you to observe and write about for your term paper that will be coming up, due in June. All right, now today's activity. We're gonna play a game of Portrayal. Now some students are familiar with this game because you've played it in my class during recess or whatnot. Others have no idea what I'm talking about. So what you will need is a piece of paper, and you can draw, we're going to do 2 of these. You're going to draw 2 squares, and under the squares you'll draw a line or a chart that has the numbers 1 to 10 underneath each little square. And we're going to be, I'll be asking you some questions at the end, and you'll be marking them either yes or no. Yes, you included it in the drawing, or no, I didn't include it in the drawing. All right, so draw this on a piece of paper. You can take a screenshot of it and print it at home if you'd like. Click, click. And so you'll need one of these. What we will be doing is I will be describing a picture within 90 seconds, so a minute and a half. I'll be describing this picture as clearly as I can, using language that hopefully you'll understand, and you have a minute and a half to draw at the same time as my description. Okay, so an example of one of these pictures might look like this. Here's one of the pictures. So we have a dude in a boat fishing. We see a fish under the water, and he's about to eat a worm that's on a hook, etc., etc., etc. All right, so at the end of the minute and a half, you'll stop drawing, and I will ask 10 questions. And if you are able to answer yes for those questions, you'll make a little check mark under that number, whichever numbered question it is, or a no, if you didn't include it. So for example, so we have this fish drawing, so you can see the first question is this. The man in the boat is facing the right side of the canvas, so the right side of the picture. So if you drew the person facing that direction, then you'd get a point. If you didn't, then you don't get a point. Well, you just check no. And then the second question, there are at least 5 scales visible on the fish's body. So if I was able to adequately communicate this with you, hopefully you were able to draw it in there as quickly as possible, and you were able to include it in your picture. And so we just go through blah, 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 all the way to the end. And then you tally up your score and see if you were able to beat a friend. So you can post your results online on the course website. Now, a little bit of a twist. I've got a, let's see, how many sides is this? This is a 10-sided die. I'm going to roll this before I ask any of those questions. So this became an 8. And so before I would even ask any of those questions, you would just go to your picture, circle number 8. And once we get to that question, in this case number 8, it could be any of those numbers, but in this case it was 8. And so if you were able to answer yes, you would get 3 points instead of the measly 1. All right? So those are the rules. Hopefully that made sense, and we're gonna get cracking. Okay, are you ready to go? Do you have a piece of paper? Do you have a pencil? Do you have a competitor nearby with whom you can compete with? Here you go. This is the picture. I haven't seen it yet. I'll tell you the title, and then we will go over the questions to see how well I described it to you and see how well you were able to interpret what I was saying and turn it into visual output. All right, here's the title. Country Life. Country Life. There you go. You got 1 minute and 30 seconds to draw what I'm about to describe. Okay, there are 3 pictures inside this square. In the top right corner, there seems to be a windmill, and they all look crudely drawn, almost like they were drawn with a crayon. So this is a windmill that has 3 speed lines to show that it's turning. The left middle so on the left side of the picture, not at the top, not on the bottom, but right in the middle, is a poorly drawn cow. It has 5 spots, 3 are white, 3 are black. You can see it has black hooves, it has a stringy tail, it has an udder, and its face is facing the right-hand side. And there's a crayon above it drawing the cow. There's a crayon pointed down at one of its horns, and it is drawing the cow. In the bottom right of the picture is a tractor. The tractor is facing the left side of the picture. It has 1 big wheel with 4 spoke type things. It has a small front wheel, and it has a black smokestack in the front, as though it is drawn by a child. It has 4 vertical lines to represent the windows of the tractor and a shadow underneath. Oh, the windmill has grass underneath the windmill, and there's some grass by the cow as well. Yeah, okay, that's as best as I could do. Oh boy, all right, I'll turn that off. Now, before I go over the questions, I will show you the image. Are you ready? Here's the image. Is that what yours looks like? Probably completely identical due to the brilliant way I was describing it to you. Okay, now before I go over the questions, I'm just going to roll this dice here. 10. All right, so on your paper, just go to number 10, give it a circle, and if you are able to get that one correct, then you will get 3 points for it, 3 points. Here's the first question. The rightmost tire on the tractor is at least twice as wide as the leftmost tire. The rightmost tire on the tractor is at least twice as wide as the leftmost tire. Okay? So if that is correct on your picture, give yourself a little check mark in the yes column. If you didn't get that correct, just check off the note. Number 2, The cow has at least 4 spots on its body. Okay, the cow has at least 4 spots on its body. Check it, yes, if you got the 4 spots. Number 3, the tip of the crayon is closer to the cow's rightmost horn than its leftmost. Whew, I think I may have described that. I'll repeat that one. The tip of the crayon is closer to the cow's rightmost horn than its leftmost horn. All right, number 4. The windmill has 4 blades. Boy, I did not specify that. Hopefully you got 4 blades. Number 5, the cow's tail is closer to the left side of the canvas than the crayon. The cow's tail is closer to the left side of the canvas than the crayon. Number 6, the cow is wearing a bell. Number 6, the cow is wearing a bell. Not sure if I described that either. Number 7, the windmill has a window with exactly 4 panes. The windmill has a window with exactly 4 panes. Oh my goodness. Number 8, all 4 of the cow's legs are visible. All 4 of the cow's legs are visible. No, number 9, no more than one of the cow's eyes is visible. No more than one of the cow's eyes are visible. And the last one. So if you get this next one right, you get 3 extra points, or 3 points. Number 10, there is smoke rising from the tractor's exhaust pipe. Yeah, I call it a smokestack for some reason. There is smoke rising from the tractor's exhaust pipe. Okay, so those are the questions. I'll even put them here so you can freeze frame it if you want. Check it out, see what your score is. Let's do one more, okay? Okay, are you ready for the second one? Let's begin. You've got another minute, 30 seconds to draw this as best you can, and I'll do my best to describe it as best I can. Oh, the title for this one is Cupcakes and Snakes. Cupcakes and Snakes. All right, right in the middle is a woman or a person who is sitting cross-legged with a white robe and a black collar. They are taking up most of the image. This person's arms are spread out, palms outwards, and on the left-hand side of the picture, underneath the hand that's on the left side, is a muffin with at least about 6 chocolate chips on the muffin. On the right-hand side, underneath the person's hand on the right-hand side, is a candle with melting wax and another muffin that looks just like the previous one, just a little bit smaller. And that's the muffin is closest to the right-hand side. Now, the weird thing about the whole thing is that this person that's sitting cross-legged with a white robe and a black collar, they have snakes for hair. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, like 8 snakes, black snakes, shooting out from the person's head. They have 4 of them have their tongues out. You can see their eyes on most of them. And the person is grimacing. They've got their mouth grimacing with their teeth clenched, and their eyes are kind of looking angry for some reason. And there's no eyebrows. You can see ears, but there's no eyebrows. So eyes, nose, mouth is all visible. And it's drawn in such a way. Okay, it's time. This was another weird one. Oh, they're all weird. Why do I keep on saying that? They're all weird. Here it is. All right, do you want to peek at the picture? Compare it. Should we even bother? Yours probably looks identical. Here you go. Cupcakes and snakes. Brilliant. All right. Here is, before we get started with the questions, number 9. Number 9 is so on your paper, just go to number 9, circle it. If you get that one right, you get 3 points. First question. The person with snakes for hair has at least 8 fingers visible. Number 2. No more than 5 of the snakes have their tongues visible. No more than 5 of the snakes have their tongue invisible. Number 3, there are exactly 2 cupcakes in the scene. There are exactly 2 cupcakes in the scene. Number 4, the candle flame is closer to the bottom of the canvas, the picture, than the person's fingers. The candle flame is closer to the bottom of the picture than the person's fingers. Number 5, there are at least 8 eyes in the whole picture. There are at least 8 eyes in the whole picture. Number 6, the cupcake closest to the left side of the canvas is the largest of the cupcakes. Tricky. Number 7, there is exactly 1 cupcake to the right of the candle. Oh boy. There's exactly 1 cupcake to the right of the candle. Number 8, the person's nose is visible. The person's nose is visible. Number 9, oh, this is the one that's worth 3. There are at least 3 spots or sprinkles on the top of each cupcake in the scene. Did you include that? There are at least 3 spots or sprinkles on the top of each cupcake in the scene. All right, that's worth 3. And number 10, there is a handle on the right side of the candle holder. Unbelievable. There is a handle on the right side of the candle holder. I'm not sure if I described that there is a candle holder or not. I did my best. So tally up your score, take a picture of it, state your score on the course website discussion page under the YouTube content, and share with us how well you did. All right? Have a good week. I'll see you later. Keep an eye on those assignments. Make sure you get your art journals in, and I hope you are doing fantastic. Have a good one.